What's that mean to what the dealer of the future is going to look like? And then, of course, the hardest one is now what? What are we going to do about it? What's going to be our response? How are we going to actually turn that into action? Now, we could talk for hours about all the trends that are going on in the market, but I just want to start with and have you think about what I believe are the big one, frankly. I think these are indisputable facts about agribusiness in North America, especially today. Okay? Fewer customers, by definition, larger. Okay? But notice the second point. Because of that, control is in fewer hands. And notice the third point. Because of that, we actually have more, not less, competition. There's been the single biggest surprise to most people in our industry. Holy mackerel, I thought as this thing consolidated, at least it wouldn't have so many competitors. Actually, you have more today because they have less people that are moving the needle to call on. That is why we don't have a choice but to try to find ways to improve and to get just a bit better. Fewer, control in fewer hands, and because of that, more, not less competition. I just described what's going on in our business. I was with a large feed supplier in Iowa just last week and talking to them about their feed business, big hog area. You have 3 integrators that do 87% of all of their feed business. Oh, and you want to think about struggling, they're a co-op. So now imagine that. Let's see, we got 3 guys that are really doing all of our business, but Bob, who buys a ton of feed a month, whether he needs any or not, is expecting the same level of service. Sound familiar? That's the kind of market that we find ourselves in, and how do we work through that? But I just ask you to consider this one. The other thing that I would tell you is this. This is also hard for some of your employees, getting their head around it. Because Bob, you know, the guy that's always been a good customer, pretty small, but always a good customer, pays his bills on time, believes what we says, doesn't shop us whenever he needs something. He's still a customer, but he may not be driving the business going forward. And helping them think through that and understand what that might mean becomes very, very critical as you think about doing your business. Now, you need to hear me. I are a small farm, right? I love small farmers. We're an awesome customer. We actually pay our bills early. How many of you like to have us? Right? The only problem is you need thousands of us to live. You want me as your customer, but how you touch me, the amount of touch that you give to me, the amount of time that you spend on me has to be significantly different. And that's what we begin to think about as we think about what's going on in our industry.